What's up everyone, I'm Dan and Spider-Man No Way Home is finally here, the third movie in the Tom Holland trilogy. So No Way Home picks up immediately after the events of Far From Home as we have a defeated Mysterio revealing the identity of Spider-Man. Now the beginning of the movie is really about the fallout of this revelation and the effect that it has on everyone that Peter cares about, which leads him to Doctor Strange. And it's here that things start getting a bit more crazier in the life of Peter Parker as some familiar characters start getting pulled into his world. So if you've seen the trailers, you'll know that Doc Ock, the Green Goblin, Lizard, Sandman and Electro have all been brought back for this third movie. Now right off the bat, I'm going to say that I absolutely love this movie, and if you're a Spider-Man fan, you need to see this one. I do feel like a lot had been spoiled by rumours and leaks that had been circling this movie for months, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. And as I said, a lot of what we expected was seen in the trailers anyway. And we really get to see Tom Holland step into the role of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, utilising his abilities that may not have been highlighted as much in previous movies. His spider sense and his intellect are put to good use in No Way Home, and you really get a sense of this character growing and becoming a hero that we're more familiar with. What I loved the most was that the villains felt like they did in their respective films, like they had just been pulled out of the movie and put here and no time had passed. The special effects that used to sort of de-age Alfred Molina and William Dafoe, they look great. So yeah, it feels like they've just been taken out of their films and just put straight into this one, like no time passed. No Way Home really respects the legacy of the films before it, with some nice little nods here and there to older Spider-Man movies. And Tom Holland plays his part well as he struggles with the responsibilities laid on him. And it's funny because I always thought that so many villains, and with Doctor Strange's world colliding with Peter's, that this would be just an over-the-top movie. But what I found was that this one had some real genuine grounded moments, probably more than we've seen before with this Spider-Man. Yes, this is a Spider-Man movie, but what would it be without the villains? And the special mention has to go to William Dafoe and Alfred Molina, who bring a masterclass of how to be menacing and a real threat to our hero. Having Jamie Foxx, Rhys Ifans and Thomas Hayden Church reprise their roles as Electro, Lizard and Sandman may have seemed like overkill, but they work for this story, and for the most part each have their own motivations for wanting to take down Spider-Man. The action scenes are without a doubt the best they've been in this trilogy of films. The hand-to-hand combat feels more practical and up close, it's grittier and the punches have more weight behind them. There are definitely scenes where you feel like you're in them. The visual effects also seem like they've been toned down and don't seem as CGI heavy as they did in Far From Home, for example. Spider-Man's movements in particular feel more natural. Spider-Man No Way Home for me is a really emotional movie, and I think for the first time we get to see Peter struggle with who he is and what his role is. And something that Doctor Strange says to him, which isn't really a spoiler, so I'll say, he mentions that he forgets sometimes that Peter is still a kid. And I think seeing all the comments on social media of who people want Peter to be, the audience forgets themselves that this Spider-Man is still a kid and is still learning and growing to be Spider-Man and accept the role. By the end of the film, you do feel like there has been this meaningful character arc, and I think in previous movies that had probably happened in the space of a movie or two, but this is the MCU and characters have more room to grow and develop over a longer period. I'm hoping we do get to see another trilogy, because I feel like there's more story to be told with this character. Spider-Man No Way Home is a great film, and in my opinion the best live action Spider-Man film to date. Like Endgame before it, which in places felt like it was filled with fan service, No Way Home feels like that for comic fans and for Spider-Man fans alike. If you were still in any doubt that Tom Holland wasn't a faithful adaptation of the friendly neighborhood wall crawler, then this movie should change your mind and show you what they hopefully have planned for the character in the future. So yeah, I love Spider-Man No Way Home. I think it's a great movie. It's definitely one of the top MCU movies now. And yeah, it's out now, so if you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. This is a spoiler-free review, so if there are any spoilers that you want to talk about, maybe leave it a few days. and we can talk about those. But yeah, what would you like to see from Spider-Man in future installments if they do happen? I'm sure they will happen. Yeah, and thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you like the review. Make sure you subscribe for more, and I'll catch you next time.